Hi, Original Soul. Welcome in, welcome back. Thank you for sharing your energy with this reading. We'll jump into the cards here, shall we? Some interesting energy coming out. So I hope you're doing well. All right, so up at the top, we had two cards that wanted to come out. We've got Taurus. If I could stop fumbling here. Number 14, I have. And then Aquarius, number 23, I know. These feel a little bit like opposite energies. So there could be some duality going on with, maybe your material world and sort of the 3D realm, and then kind of maybe how you're feeling or some things going on in your headspace. Or even an internal knowing. So there could be something at odds there. So even though Aquarius and Taurus energy can feel a little opposite sometimes, they both also can be stubborn. So there could also be some stubbornness going on. Even a little bit of greed maybe with this I know, like my way or the highway. Or just a focus on more, again, money, material things, luxuries, things like that. Something else that was interesting, I am not an astrologer by any means, but I do know that there's been a lot of talk about Uranus lately, which was at the bottom of this deck. And Uranus is, I believe today is the last day that it is in Taurus, and then it'll be moving to Gemini. And Uranus rules Aquarius. So Uranus can be about surprises, rebellion, and Taurus is about tradition. So again, we kind of have these a little bit opposite energies going on. But anyway, we'll add more to it in a minute here. But let's run through the rest. At the bottom of the reading, I don't know if you're feeling a little discombobulated, disconnected from parts of yourself, or even disconnected from others. So body parts came out from the dream deck. And I'm going to read this because I thought these were all super interesting, and maybe you will too. All right, so body parts represent aspects of your personal identity, and the clue to their meaning lies in the association you have with the specific body part. For example, if you dream of arms, this could represent your ability to reach out to others. Hands suggest attention to detail, whereas legs indicate your ability to move forward. Feet are your foundation, or what keeps you grounded. Heads represent your intellect, and necks are the connection between your physical body and your mind. Blood is a symbol of your essence or life energy, and muscles are your strength. Hearts point to your relationships, and bones, your support system. If a body part is injured, something is preventing you from expressing the quality represented by that specific body part. If you dream of teeth, skin, hair, nails, or other body parts that you shed, this suggests the need to let go and move on from a situation or a mindset that is holding you back. Okay, so I thought that was really interesting. And I'll share a dream that I just actually wrote down last night. I forgot I had even recorded this like a week or so ago. And in this dream, there was a man that didn't have very many teeth, and he sort of like opened his mouth and showed me his teeth and asked me to guess how many teeth he had, which is super bizarre. And I guessed the number 23. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. And then I had noted to myself too, although I didn't think he really had 23. There were way less teeth than that. So that kind of made me laugh. So I'll have to go back and revisit that one, given that is a message that's coming out here for me, it appears. Okay, but then at the center, at the heart of the reading, create space. Raspberry, or raspberry, however you say it. We've got, let's see here, green or teal eggs, white flowers, little raspberries, and some beautiful birds, brown, and then colors of red. Okay, with this Create Space card, I won't read the whole thing, but it did start out by saying that Raspberry is Rose's little sister, and we had Rose in last week's reading. So just a little bit of a carryover from there. Maybe there's something sort of a continuation, and maybe the affirmation will even be somewhat similar. But it did talk about how Raspberry can grow kind of all twisty and in all these different ways to create more space, for birds to build nests in, for, I think it said a sanctuary for snails, but Raspberry can do that and be flexible and be pliable because she's nourishing herself with, mineral rich soil, the earth, which is Taurus energy, right? But then creating space, which is Aquarius energy. So I really like that message. But let's see here. Yeah, sit with her and she'll share with you the secret of weaving space and creating strong containers for the emptiness that new life needs in order to thrive. When Raspberry appears, look to how you are or aren't nurturing space within. Yeah, so I really, really like that. Strong containers, strong foundation, that's Taurus energy, but then new life. Aquarius is invention, right? Things that don't exist yet. So some repeating messages here, which I always love to see. All right, let's see what Archangel Michael wants to add. Then we'll get a spirit animal, an angel card, and then we'll add some tarot to it. Ooh, new beginnings and a fresh start. All right, my prayer, thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. Let me hold this one up. All right, that is beautiful. Like I said, there was this feeling of just sort of this holding on energy. I don't always feel that way when connecting to this Taurus energy, but it does just really feel like I said, maybe not necessarily greed, but just really kind of glomming on to what you have, or like the way things were. Was that a bee just trying to knock on the window here? Yes, it is a little bumblebee. Hi. Wow, he is really trying to get in here. Okay, so maybe bumblebee is a message for somebody. All right, let's add spirit animal to this. I don't know if bumblebee is in this deck. I haven't gotten every card out of it, but I don't ever remember seeing one. All right, let's see here. Spirit animal, we already got birds out here, and bull. All right. All right, let's see who wants to come out here. All right, and crow transition at the bottom. So during maybe some changes, maybe something is going on, like a big shift, or even an awakening perhaps. Fox opportunities. So what was Archangel Michael just talking about? You must be quick to move out of your comfort zone. Like I said, holding on. What were we just talking about with Taurus? Especially when the situation calls for immediate responsiveness and flexibility, Raspberry. Open your mind to new ways of doing things, Aquarius. Once you do, get ready for good luck and opportunities to come your way. Ooh. Especially if things have felt really stuck or stagnant, maybe there is some sort of shift coming. Have you been sensing anything or having any sort of feelings? Or again, maybe this is just your mind or your heart has been, I don't know, just a little bit bored, or things have just been lackluster. All right, let's see here. All right, but new opportunities which are new experiences. I think a new beginning sounds just wonderful. All right, let's see here. What are we going to get for our helpful angel? Okay, all right. Ooh, Justice at the bottom of the deck. Justice card has been popping out quite a bit, I feel like. So I don't know if that's for anyone out there, but let's see here. King of Pentacles, Lehahiah, number 34, the adored God. I always see number 34 as a number of protection, angelic protection. Let's see. Obedience causes harmony and peace, calms anger in anyone. All right. Take a good look at that. Lehahiah, number 34. I like that, causes harmony and peace. Cause and effect. I like that. Calms anger in anyone. All right, so if you have been a little bit stubborn or have some of that bull energy, like I said, or even, you know, Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius, so I definitely, when I get an idea in my head, sometimes that's kind of the only thing I can think of, or I get really frustrated at times when, you know, things don't quite go that way, or maybe when others aren't as excited about something that I am. All right, but let's see here. Let's add some tarot to it. Just saw the World at the bottom of the deck. So some sort of cycle maybe is ready to complete or needs to be completed, or maybe it is done, but there's some amount of kind of not moving into the new chapter, or not being willing to, you know, release whatever needs to be let go of. All right, let's see here. Let's get a card or so out with Taurus. All right, the Moon. So I have the Moon. I have a secret, maybe. Is there something that you have been kind of keeping down or under wraps? This could also be pushing down your feelings and emotions and your desires, maybe for some 3D comforts or for a comfort zone. The next full moon coming up is in Capricorn. I don't have the exact date for that. Full moons are a great time for things to be illuminated. Maybe this secret, it's time for this to come to the surface. All right, let's add another one here. Yeah, it could be about, you know, with Justice and sort of this duality. You know, that could have to do with a relationship or something with your home life or situation. Ooh, with Aquarius, I know the Tower. So this is about transformation, change, possibly even upset, or again, just things being shaken up. With this I know card, I feel like you know actually what this Tower is. And especially with the Moon, 2 majors coming out right away. So is there something, again, that you have like a knowing about, or, you know, that you just haven't been willing to express or share for whatever reason that may be? Sometimes new beginnings can be scary, especially if it's really, really different. Again, we had tradition coming out, and then Aquarius is rebellion. So maybe you're moving into something more creative and people don't understand that, or it doesn't seem practical. Again, this could be maybe going out on your own, whether that's from a relationship, maybe you're trying something with a business or entrepreneurial, you know, or putting yourself out there in a different way than how you have been before. All right, so with the Moon and the Tower, Again, 2 majors right away. So some sort of deep desire, secret, or feeling. And Aquarius really wants you to kind of be that lightning bolt, put that out there, right? Aquarius is all things through the air, so this could be communicating something. And again, this might be shocking. This may cause a little bit of upset or stir things up a little bit. All right, let's see here. Let's get one with body parts. Let's see about this discombobulated, disconnected energy. Another major, Hanged Man. Wow. All right, so Hanged Man, 2 different ways that this could kind of apply, and it could be both. Hanged Man, you can see he's hanging there, and he's put himself there. So this is about maybe staying stuck or taking a pause, delays, or again, like I was mentioning, maybe you've just been feeling like a little lackluster or like you are stagnant or stuck. So that could be where this disconnected energy is. And then maybe you're also getting a new perspective on something. You're seeing something in a new light, in a different way. We've got the Moon, the Tower, especially with this Aquarius energy as well. This new insight or this new, let's call it an awakening or an epiphany, right? A realization, whatever it is, could have you feeling maybe disconnected, even from tradition or from the way things are right now, whether this is friend groups, family, job, or even a little bit, again, with yourself. Sometimes when we have these like little breakthroughs or a change in our mindset, suddenly then you're a little disconnected from even the way you've maybe been doing things or the way you've been, acting, reacting, moving through life. Okay, so wow, 3 major arcana. So this does really feel like a big shift. There's a big opportunity, but that's all up to you and how you move, how you react, how you accept things, or how you push things away. All right, let's see here. Let's get a card or so with this create space. Yeah, 10 of Swords. This is an ending. He is making a symbol with his hands, which is about blessings and new beginnings. Also, the Hierophant does make that same symbol, which is a card associated with Taurus and tradition. All right, so this feels like the end of something that you've possibly been involved with for a while. Okay, so you're really kind of switching things up, changing it. Maybe you're kind of, I don't like the term midlife crisis because I don't really think it's necessarily like a crisis. I feel like it is more of like an awakening. So maybe you are having, one of those shifts, or you're reinventing yourself. That's a good word, right? There's some sort of reinvention going on here. And you're really opening yourself up and allowing yourself to put whatever this is to bed. Swords are a mental energy, all right? So again, a lot of that kind of thinking and even disconnection. Maybe you're just going through the motions, in a marriage or at your career or whatever, this could be. And look at all that blood spilled all over, right? This is draining you, all right? It's time to let go of that and put an end to that, to create more space, create more opportunity for something different, for something new. Get yourself out of this cold, icy situation, right? You do not have to stay in that sort of environment. All right, let's see here. Let's get one with this opportunities from Fox. See what wants to come out here. Another major arcana, the Fool. Coming out with opportunities, new beginnings, and a fresh start. I mean, the tarot here is just now mimicking these cards. So it's time. It's just time to move forward. It's time to do something different and something new. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to, right, throw down a lightning bolt on your whole life here. But something needs to shift. Something needs to change. And that usually starts with you. Especially if you've been kind of sitting around waiting for someone else to be different, someone else to change, and then that's when your life is going to be perfect, right? You're going to sit around and wait forever sometimes, right? And every time maybe these other people aren't meeting your expectations, or they aren't doing what you feel like they should be doing to make you happy, right? That does feel like knives going into our back. It does feel, right, maybe like nobody cares, or like, yeah, we're just being kind of stabbed in the back, stabbed in the heart. But if you can stop and think too, right, that just means you've sort of given all of that power for your happiness and your self-esteem to someone else, right? If it's only up to someone else to make you happy, where is your control, or where is your excitement? What can you do, right, to be, to make yourself happy, regardless of how other people are acting or what is going on around you? All right, so yeah, with the Fool, definitely time for something new. New opportunity, new start, more space. Let's see here. I think this week for the affirmation, I think we are just gonna kind of roll with what we see here on raspberry. This is a wonderful message. It is at the heart of the reading. It seems like there's a lot of big shift going on around this. So here's the affirmation. I create space. What do you think about that? All right, you create space. All right, so what does that mean? How can you create a little more space? Maybe this is physically in your space. You need to clear some things out. Maybe do a little feng shui, or just open some windows, right? Do a little clearing of clutter, create a little more space. This could be adding in a little inventiveness or excitement and being creative, right? With things, with space, with art. Also, how can you create space for yourself? Especially if you've been in that stuck hangman, feeling like you're keeping secrets down, right? Maybe you've got something you need to share, express, or say, and you're holding all of that in. Maybe it's time to allow yourself the space to say what you need or to do what you need. How can you also create space even for others? Whether that is just listening, being open. Right, so a lot of different ways that this could apply, but creating space for new opportunities and a new beginning, being more open to what is presenting itself in front of you, instead of maybe staying really glommed on and holding on really tight, right, to whatever this comfort zone, or maybe it is even like 3D material things that you're not willing to let go of. Right, but that's really bogging you down and holding you back. So creating space, that is the affirmation for the week. We create space. All right. I hope there was something here for you in this message. And I hope we all create a little bit more loveliness, peace, and harmony with the space. So that's what we've got. And until next time, peace.